Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
All right, we're going to Shane Socash, David Reynolds. He's the owner of David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. Hey, Shane, welcome back.
Good afternoon, Brandon. How are you?
I am well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing fantastic.
Excellent, good to hear. So, want to talk about some of the stuff happening. You know, there's a very fluid market right now happening in the silver space. We talk about precious metals, but James teed us up with a great story out of the Wall Street Journal. It says stocks end higher and online traders sending silver soaring. What do you know about silver right now?
Yeah, Monday was a ride. Tuesday was a ride. We saw gains of 10% on Monday. It's a head scratcher. You know, I've been doing this for 21 years. I don't recall seeing 10% gain in a single day. Tuesday, it feels like we've probably lost a big portion of that. Not exactly sure what's going on. I know the Reddit folks have had something to do with that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at the story here. It's pretty interesting. It's talking about the most actively traded silver futures climbed 9.3% to $29.39 a troy ounce, marking the biggest one-day percentage gain since 2009, the highest level since 2013. And with precious metals, it says that they gained recent sessions after users on Reddit's wallstreetbets forum posted about executing a short squeeze similar to ones credited with fueling the gains in GameStop, AMC, and other stocks. So, it's interesting. There's even a commodities analyst that says, I totally underestimated this, said Karsten Fritsch.
Super interesting. I know on our end we are seeing now shortages of inventory even today or Tuesday with it falling. We're still kind of battling that. We're having to pay more to get more in, so it's driving the premiums up. Could make for a good time to sell if someone's been sitting on silver for quite a while because, it's forcing us to be able to offer to pay more than spot for the metals themselves, which is an unusual situation.
Yeah, it is. And again, local economy here we talk about in Tampa Bay, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, longtime business here in St. Petersburg area, Pinellas County of Florida. And it's much more than just precious metals over there. Shane, talk a little bit about your offering.
Well, so we're a full-service fine jewelry store. We have 5 full-time master-level jewelers. We have 2 graduate gemologists, GIA gemologists. So we're here for gemstones and diamonds as well. We buy as well as sell. Just about everything. We say all that glitters bought and sold.
I like that. Yeah, and of course watches. I'm sure you got some different nice watches over there and jewelry of that kind.
Yep, pre-owned luxury watches, something that we do quite a bit with.
Very nice. Pre-owned luxury watches. When we come back, we're going to take a quick break here. If you can hang out with us, we're going to take a break and we'll come back with you, Shane.
Happy to, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about some of the alternative investments. I think more and more people are looking to get out of stocks or, saying, hey, there's so much manipulation going in stocks. What are my options here? Plus, of course, real estate. We can help with real estate investments, but some interesting stuff happening in these different markets. And silver surges as Reddit army targets precious metals. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the precious metal and with Shane Socash right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Stay with us later in the show as well. We got Dr. Harold Shinitsky. He's a sports psychologist, and he's actually president-elect of Florida Psychological Association. We'll talk about the investor psychology, and also, the Super Bowl around the corner as well. Sports psychology is kind of a cool topic for today's show. So we'll be right back. More with Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, alternative investments. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, Consumer Quarterback Show page on Facebook, and we'll be right back after this short break.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, we got Shane Socash on the line. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. He's the owner and manager of David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin right out of St. Petersburg. So, hey, Shane, what I found interesting with this over the last several days, and I'm looking at another story here. Silver surges as Reddit army targets precious metals. So it's kind of like a organized social media forum, essentially, and they're kind of like a hedge fund for small people, for the underdogs, right? And you look at the surges of 13% on Monday, touching 5 months highs, and it goes on to say that hashtag Silver Squeeze is trending on Twitter. So they got a hashtag now, but it's pretty interesting to see the underdogs winning in this situation.
It's fascinating. It's I just kind of sit back and scratch my head and watch the metals do what they do.
Yeah, exactly. And people can buy the metals from you. Now, when they buy from you, do they actually get the metals, or do they get some type of a certificate of ownership? How does that work?
So, we deliver actual real metal. So primarily it's going to be silver or gold coins minted by the U.S. or other governments. They're essentially just bullion. They're not really anything worth more than their gold value for the most part. And same for silver eagles, gold eagles, silver maple leafs, gold maple leafs. And then there are some generic products too. 1 ounce rounds, 10 ounce bars, 100 ounce bars. These types of things can be purchased here, and you come in and you go out with actual physical silver or gold.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. Add that to your portfolio, stick it in the safe at home, have that money, because a lot of people are really kind of nervous about the American dollar. We're printing all this money. You got the Congress up there just constantly printing more paper, sending money overseas for gender programs in Pakistan or whatever they're spending our tax dollars on, and they're diluting our currency. So the dollar bills in our pocket yesterday are most likely not going to be what they were worth, just a week ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's a challenging situation. And this article goes on to talk about the Wall Street Bets forum that was on Reddit, the group that was, encouraging and purchasing GameStop, AMC, other stocks that were being heavily shorted. It goes on to talk, and of course it mentions the Robinhood app, but it notes, it's interesting to note as well, again, more reasons why, just to support the local economy. Several noted that JPM paid a record $920 million fine last year and settled charges. It engaged with manipulated trades and futures trading, precious metals, as well as treasury. So it seems like, it's like the people, the underdog again, for lack of a better word, but, it's the people against the big Wall Street firms that are, consistently having these fines. And that's why we talk about, on a local level here, supporting Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage, our mortgage partner and expert contributor in the mortgage space. But yeah, I really love, the fact that it is the underdogs kind of winning in these situations. And when you look at alternative investments, let's support our local expert contributor here, Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. What else do you think is topical right now, Shane?
Well, so it's going to be shortage of inventory.
Yep.
This happening has, and I think combined with COVID closures of different mints and that type of thing, it's like a perfect storm.
Yep.
It's making it hard. We've been able to fill all orders, and we do have physical merchandise available, but that is tightening up. So as you move forward, whether you're buying online or locally, pay attention, make sure they have it in stock, because if this bottleneck tightens up, and you don't want to be ever put in a position where you just can't get it or an order can't be filled.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the best place to find you online, Shane?
It's David Reynolds, jewelryandcoin.com.
Perfect. David Reynolds, jewelryandcoin.com. Reach out to Shane Socash. Let him know the real estate quarterback sent you. Hey, thanks, Shane. I appreciate you calling into the show today.
Thank you so much, Brandon. It's always fun.
Hey, my pleasure, buddy.